Step right up, folks. It's time for a Mario Party. We've got a great lineup of superstars looking to compete today. Oh, easy there, Waluigi. No false starts.
Yeah, we're talking about Mario Party in this video. And look, I get it. Whether you got blisters on your palm for Mario Party 1 or a sore throat from yelling into the microphone for Mario Party 6, we've all been through the ringer with these games. But as I sometimes have to remind myself, Framework is a channel about positivity. And one thing I think Mario Party totally nails is the concept of a board game. So come down the warp pipe with me and let's talk about that. As you probably noticed from the footage, I'm going to be examining board game design through the lens of Mario Party Superstars. It is the newest one as of the time of this video after all, and I'll be using a collection of articles on the topic of design. As with all my videos, any external sources are linked in the description.
Always cite your sources. I learned microphone technique from the marketing department at Game Show Network.
I compiled a list of the most common design concepts from my reading, and it all starts with the hook. This is the novel idea that makes you want to play in the first place. Clue has you solving a murder. Life has you going through the various stages of, well, life, from career to retirement. In the case of Mario Party, the hook's pretty simple. Not only do players take turns moving around the board, but every round is capped off with a minigame. It's similar to games like Cranium, where you're frequently challenged with tasks like trivia questions and charades. There's a huge variety of minigames across Mario Party, and Superstars compiles many of the best. You'll revisit classics like Eats a Pizza, Book Squirm, and the quintessential bumper balls. The hook gets you interested in playing, and from there, players are given meaningful goals, both in the long and short term. Again, Mario Party makes this simple. Your overarching goal is to get the most stars, and everything spills out from there. Stars on the board cost coins, so in the short term, you need to save up enough to buy the star when you reach Toadette's space. In the even shorter term, you want to win the most minigames, land on lucky spaces, and battle other players in duels to fill your pockets. Stars can also be won as bonuses at the end of the game if you leave them turned on, and they're awarded for a variety of achievements like landing on the most event spaces or using the most items. You can even win one for landing on the most red spaces, which sap your coins.
Fear not, we will always give you money to play Final Jeopardy even if your score is 0. My apologies, that is a totally unrelated game. Hashtag LeVar Burton.
Of course, you never know which bonus stars are going to be handed out, and that leads to the next concept, randomness and luck. I definitely don't need to go deep on this point. We all have stories about someone finding a random star in a hidden block or getting that perfect roll. Look at stupid Yoshi here getting 2 stars in 1 turn. I guess he's colored green because of all of that greed. Anyway, Mario Party is laced with randomness. While plenty of its minigames are skill-based, a good portion of them are pure luck. Take Bowser's Big Blast. All you do is pick a handle and hope it isn't the one that makes the machine explode. Outside of minigames, luck comes along with every single turn when you roll the dice. As has now been proven, the number you get is truly random, adding an element of unpredictability to your pace across the game board. You could land on a lucky space, which, as the name states, rewards lucky players with items, coins, or other bonuses. The boards take this even further with event spaces, which have different effects depending on where you're playing. Yoshi's Tropical Island has 2 sides, and the star will swap between them if someone lands on an event space, forcing you to take a different bridge and pay the thwomp toll to get back on track. Then there's Woody Woods, where landing on the space in front of a sign causes Monty Mole to change the direction of the adjacent branching path. On top of that, he swaps the directions of all 3 branches at the start of every turn. This is why people prefer Punxsutawney Phil. Then you've got Bowser, who enters the game as a pure agent of chaos. Many things can happen when you land on his space, and none of them are good. There are no winners in Bowser minigames, only survivors who get to keep their coins. And if you happen to get a Bowser Revolution, then get ready for everyone's money to be split evenly. Red Bowser over here redistributing the wealth. As imbalanced as that may seem, these elements are needed to ensure that no one totally runs away with the game. Another key concept in board game design is the leader killer, a mechanic that lets other players catch up.
That's why we have daily doubles. Why am I hung up on a show that has nothing to do with me?
You see, board games just aren't fun if someone's dominating. No one wants to keep playing Monopoly when one person has all the best properties and keeps raking in the dough. Mario Party fosters competition, but there's an upper limit. There is no competition when one person hoards all the coins and stars. Special board mechanics come into play here too. Most boards include a booze space, where you can get the ghost to yank some coins for free, or pay him a fee to steal a whole star. Peach's birthday cake offers the same option through planting strawberries, which grow into piranha plants. In these ways, players who are lagging behind on those all-important stars can bring the leader's total down to a more reachable level. Spaceland has one of my favorite unique mechanics, a super powerful laser that vaporizes all the coins from anyone caught in its path. And since you always know when it's going to fire thanks to its clear countdown, you can strategize by looping back across it several times or staying clear of the dangerous path. You can choose how to navigate the laser path, one of many choices you'll make while playing the game. Another element of board game design.
Just like choosing a category in Jeopardy. There I go again, I am so sorry.
Think about Clue in Life Again. In the former, you're constantly deciding which rooms to visit as you deduce the crime scene. In the latter, you have to immediately decide between going to college or jumping right into a trade. Mario Party is full of choices too, and you'll frequently find yourself at literal crossroads on the board. But for my money, or coins in this case, the most important choice you can make is which items to purchase. First of all, they'll cost you, and those precious coins are needed for stars too. But beyond that, there are a variety of items in Mario Party that can give you a boost. You can take the golden pipe right to the star, stack a double or triple dice block to move further on your turn, or use a skeleton key to go down a special locked path. Items can also wreak havoc on your opponents. The curse dice, for example, will slow another player down by restricting their next roll to just 1, 2, or 3 spaces. So there's a strategy to what item you buy and when you use it. These choices can have big effects on other players, as they should. That increases the competition and adds to the leader killers already found on the board. Otherwise, everyone's just running around in their own bubble. Take the Chomp Call as another example. It moves the star to a new location, so you can totally pull the rug right out from under a player who's about to score. Using an item late in the game can really turn the tide, and that brings us to one more important element of board game design: the ramp up. Everything we've talked about so far, the luck factor, the leader killer, the choices, these become more and more important as the game goes on. Steal a star from someone early? No problem, they can always get another. But steal a star on the final turn, and you've put them in a serious bind. This momentum is also felt on the boards themselves. If Monty Mole screws up your path in Woody Woods with only a few turns left, you might be out of luck. Horrorland's day-night cycle can interfere in the same way, since the womps along the path are bound by magic when the sun sets. If it's gone down too late in the game, you're stuck. Chance time is one of the purest forms of this reversal of fortune. The blocks there aren't random. The trick is in the timing. Both coins and stars are up for grabs, completely changing the standings in the late game. These sorts of things keep the competition going for the whole duration. You stay engaged because you never quite know what's going to happen during someone's turn. Every board game ramps up naturally when someone gets close to winning. But Mario Party raises the stakes in its last 5 turns in a few key ways. First, a predicted winner is chosen and awarded a random item. In my experience, it's usually the person in last place, making this something of an inverse leader killer. Anyone who lands on the same space as another player in the last 5 turns initiates a duel. Bringing together elements of choice and the leader killer, they'll compete in a one-on-one minigame for however many coins they decide to wager. Furthermore, all blue spaces award double the coins, red spaces subtract double the coins, and the Koopa Bank will start taking a higher deposit when you pass by. There's a high chance to both gain and lose a lot of money in the final rounds.
Sounds a lot like Double Jeopardy. I feel that one was warranted.
When the last minigame wraps, you'll be all lined up to crown the winner. This is where everything comes together. You've been racing across the board and going head-to-head in minigames to earn stars. You've been juggling both random chance and the strategy of making choices, keeping the first place player in check as the game ramps up in the final rounds. And after all that, bonus stars are awarded as one last mix-up to the standings. I'm not going to endorse everything about Mario Party, but I am happy to take a look at the experience. An experience that echoes the essential parts of board game design. There are comparable moments to the physical board games we've discussed here, and even if you've had some sour experiences with those in the past, I'm willing to bet you also have pleasant memories of board game nights with your family and friends. If not, then maybe you need to sit down and have a party with your pals.
Hey, thank you so much for watching this video. If you like what Framework is doing, definitely hit that subscribe button in the middle. It would help me out an awful lot if you do. And if you want to see what we've already cooked up, you can hit that link on the far left. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.